There's a lot of discussion here at this conference about Syria, about the Americans withdrawing. And I know that a particular concern to Turkey is what is happening around the town of Manbij. For those of us who don't understand the details of that area, what is it that is happening in Manbij which is such a security threat to Turkey?
You know, the Manbij in the west of the Euphrates, and in the town, and in the actually it was populated with the 90% Arab people. But before the operation 2-3 years ago, while the American forces entering the Manbij, they promised at different levels to Turkey they would go there with some elements of the YPG, but after the operation they would pull out all of them from the Manbij. But unfortunately, they didn't. They couldn't do that so far. But after that, we had a roadmap last year, and according to roadmap, we met some individual and then the joint patrols around Manbij to check the situation, and also they promised, and then we agreed on the pulling out of the YPG from the Manbij, and the pulling out of the whatever they brought to Manbij, some heavy weapons, and then the leaving the whole Manbij to the administration of the local people. Many of them already refugees in Turkey. So we hoped they would go back their homes. And then the presence of the almost 1,000 already, 1,000 the YPG, and as soon as possible in coordination with us, in coordination all together, to remove them from Manbij as a first step. At the same time, there is a vetting problem. Within the vetting issue, already we are discussing the American colleagues, and within the upcoming days, we are expecting to have a resolution to the issue as we agreed before.
In terms of the Turkish operations against terrorist groups in that part of the world, the other issue that is being discussed is the victory over Daesh. Some people are worried that if the Americans go, Daesh might be able to come back up. How can you persuade, reassure the world that with Turkey in charge in that space, the war against Daesh will continue effectively?
You remember 2 years ago, we had an operation the Euphrates Shield within this area. While we are doing this, there were the most radical Daesh members positioned in that part of the Syria. At the beginning, we expected to carry out that operation along with the American forces, and to some extent we made some preparations, and already we prepared the concept to execute that operation. But unfortunately, within the last minute, they changed their mind, and so we had to carry out that operation alone. So we did it, and unfortunately, we could neutralize at least 3,000 Daesh members after the hand-to-hand operation. Please remember that Turkish armed forces, along with the Free Syrian Army elements, only ground forces who fought against Daesh hand-to-hand. And fortunately, finally, we could neutralize 3,000 of them in that area.